Physics, Newton's laws. Newton's laws of motions analyze why and how motion changes and what is the relationship with force and mass. That means we're looking at how does the force, bigger or smaller, and the mass of an object, heavier and lighter, affect the motion, the way that object moves. There are three laws of motion: first, second, and third. The first law of motion is the law of balanced forces. And if we look at the diagram, we see that the first ball, the green one, is at rest. That means that ball has a speed of 0. And you can only have a speed of 0 if all the forces acting on you are balanced. The forces that are going to the right, to the left, to up, and to down, just to simplify the forces that will act on that specific ball. The blue ball has an arrow attached to it just to show that the blue ball is moving. But the blue ball for the first law is moving at the same speed. So it's moving and the speed is the same. The speed is not changing. We can say same speed, we can say steady, we can say constant speed. So the first law is the law of balanced forces. The second law, I see the green ball, but now the arrow has an F attached to it. That means this ball is moving because there are unbalanced forces acting on the green ball. If we look on the left, first law says balanced forces. Second law is unbalanced forces. An object is moving because of this force acting in this situation on the green ball, and the speed is changing. Now, because the speed is changing, that means this object will move faster when it's accelerating, or it will move slower when it's decelerating. This is the law of acceleration. So this force, which is also the unbalanced force, which is also called the resultant force, produces acceleration on this green ball. Third law of motion shows that when two objects interact, like these two balls, when they hit each other, there are a pair of forces that arise there. So that means it shows that forces always act in pairs. We're not going to have individual forces. Forces are equal and they have an opposite sign. That means when these two balls will hit each other, the force that the blue ball is acting on the green ball with will be exactly the same as the force the green ball will be acting on the blue ball with. The effects, so what's going to happen as a result of this collision, they're not the same, but the forces that are acting from blue to green and from green to blue, they're exactly the same, they're equal, and they have opposite signs. So these are these are the laws of Newton's laws of motion. So let's go and start analyzing each one of them individually.